I don't know. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Reviewed, live on the New Spaces, Instagram and YouTube, and also on Toffee TV, Instagram and YouTube. आज हम जिस ऐप का रिव्यू कर रहे हैं वो एक गेम है जिसका नाम Simon's Cat Crunch Time है. This is actually one of my favorite games, and I was extremely excited to be able to have the chance to do the review. So let's start it from the top, and I will tell you exactly why this game is so popular. Crunch Time is very much along the lines of Candy Crush or any of those puzzle games that you can play for hours and hours on end. This is what the graphics looks like, and very cute. The sound effects and music are also very light, very MIDI, and very cute. This is what it looks like. They actually recently changed all the opening graphics and everything. So this is what it looks like. The game is about, of course, cats, and these are all Simon's cats. इसमें तकरीबन 4 ऐसी बिल्लियां हैं जहाँ पर each cat or kitten has its own very distinct personality. Very cutely done. And all you have to do is, as you do with most cats, you have to feed them. So let's start with Crunch Time. So I've actually been playing for a very long time, so you'll be able to see all the levels that I'm part of. But let me start off. I'm like on the 516th level, which some people will say, it took you about a year to get there, but that's perfectly fine. But let me take you down through some of the graphics, which is why I love this game so much. Extremely cute. And you have a couple of different levels and different types of themes that you go through. So let's start off with one of the easy ones so I can at least go through the level. So the way the the Crunch Time works is you have about 20 or 30 games in each level. And as with most games, as with most apps, so for example, this is one theme that has started. This is the 270th level. You will pass through to 271, 272 upwards, and each game or each level will give you something more distinct and more difficult. And I'll show you the games also as we go in. And all the way up to 310 is when you will pass the gatekeepers, which is a series of 3 quests that you have to go through before you go on to the next theme. Let me show you some of the funny graphics. For example, this is a very well-known squirrel that is actually very mean when you try and go through some of the levels. So the squirrel keeps throwing nuts and acorns at you while you're trying to clean up and feed the cats. You have these birds, which are often you'll find throughout the various levels, and they will just be doing crazy things and crazy stunts. As you know, cats are very scared of lawnmowers and the such types. So you'll see this little gray cat, very cute, who's running across and trying to get his bearings right. This is a very moody cat here, and always trying to dump things and demanding food. And as I show you the level also, you'll be able to see how this is. Some cats are princesses and queens in their own right. So you have these people who are actually worshiping them and trying dogs. And so everyone is around trying to get the better of the cats. And this is what the graphics look like. They're these pairs of porcupines that you see across various levels that do very funny, very cute things. And once again, if you're a fan of good graphics or even animation, this particular cat, again, the meanie, who demands food so much, is throwing apples, and this is actually one of the extra shots that you get. You can see how lovely, so much enjoyment and pleasure this cat gets from just doing absolutely nothing except, being within doing what cats do, I guess. And there we go. So this is how the game starts. One of my favorite cats, I must say, is this black cat, who is so cute when we go through one of the things. So let's start with a level and show you what it looks like. So, every level that you start out with has an opening screenshot and has something very cute going on. So, of course, this meanie is always trying to get the food. There we go. I'll put up the sound effects also a little bit. Now, this is the very first level that I'm showing you, so it'll also give you some tips as to what to do. So essentially, you have to figure out which the similar biscuits are, similar food items are, and then draw similar to Candy Crush and all the other games, and you go ahead and you feed the cats. Up here in this particular level, you're supposed to feed the cats. There's a number, so blue biscuits for this little fella, and pink hearts for this queenie here right now. So there we go. And there we go. And like the little elf tells you, the longer the chain, the more treats you get, and you can also get extras while you play. Aha! All right, there we go. So let's go on to the second level. There we go. No, I don't want to boost. You can, of course, spend all the money in the world you want and get boost and treats, and I'll show you what those treats are. But I like to, take an enthusiast's view of everything and not spend money on it. Rather, I'd rather watch the free ads to get whatever extra boosts I want. So in this particular level, you've got these treats that you have to feed, and then you've got one more cat who's waiting in the wings. So I'm going to try and get these 5 pink hearts there. So she's done. I'm going to get the orange clovers. And then, of course, the fish biscuits. So that's done. And then this fellow, like I told you, is really mean. He's got quite the mood. So I'm going to try and get him done and over with. Ah, there we go. And at the end of every level, there's one cat who will try and hit the bird and go on and go on, so forth. So we move on to the next level and try and see if we can find another. Okay, let's also feed these things. Feed these and I'll show you what another level looks like. There we go. Okay, this little sprinkly thing on top, when I pass this entire line will actually, the line that it ends up on, will actually get eaten up also. So there we go. The longer the chain, the more special treats you create. So let's go from here. Let's follow the little cute paw. There we go. Obviously, this is really easy. You're probably looking at this and saying, "इसमें तो कोई बात ही नहीं, कोई challenge ही नहीं है." But believe me, for someone who's been playing for more than a year on and off, the game gets extremely addictive. One, because I love the graphics, and two, because some of the levels you really get stuck on, and then you're just stuck. So I'm actually offline right now. Otherwise, if I was connected to Wi-Fi, I would have been able to play with my group of friends, and also they would have been able to see me and to as to how far I've gone and challenge me otherwise. But let me come back down here. So let's go to level 516, the level that I'm currently stuck on. So this level is about rodents. So we're going to go and try and remove the rodents, and let me see if I can actually play this game. So this is the one-eyed arg cat, and he has 3 rodents who are currently trying to block my space. And so I have 14 moves to try and get through them. So I'm going to try, and there we go. And also I have challenges like these potted plants. So the broken plants I can get rid of in 1 move. The open plant, the full plants, it takes about 3 moves to try and get rid of them. So, and these rodents will continuously come as long as you have uh, mud spaces there for sand dunes there for them to come up on. There we go. This is obviously not going very well. The rodents are much smarter than I am. Honestly speaking, I've been stuck on this particular level for about 5 days now. So on and off, whenever I get a chance, I try and play as best I can, but obviously not very good. Okay, I also have extra moves here. Right now, I've accumulated three apple tosses or apple throws. So with each, I can show you. If I want to shoot this guy, there we go. So I throw the apple. Ah, so that saves my move. It doesn't consume a move, and yet I can use these things. If I also want, I can, if I was playing any better, but I've exhausted all these moves, I can get +5 moves. So when I'm running out and I think I'm almost done, then it might be smart to get 5 extra moves. I can also get a beehive, which helps to take care of a whole bunch of tiles. I get a vertical and also a horizontal and also a vertical lawnmower, which will take care of one slide at a time. Let me exit this and show you some of the other keys also. So in terms of navigation, let me switch off this audio. So in terms of navigation, I've got my settings here. You can log out of your Facebook account if you want. But I really like this because I had once deleted the app from my phone because I got so addicted to it. So I could also log on to my Facebook account and it will maintain my winning my winning streak there. And as mentioned, any friends that I want to play with, it'll also remember that. So I find that feature to be good. Like I said, I'm not a very big game player, but if you are, then this is a great thing. Friends can also send you lives and extra lives, and they can also send you additional treats, which is always a good thing. And if you're missing the start screen, then you can always go and start up there. Next, you've got messages. So for example, a friend can ask you for an extra life or can ask you for help trying to finish a particular level, especially those gateway levels that come in threes. You will find all that information here. Anyone who sends you a life will also be here. Obviously, I'm not very popular, so all the lives I get, I never send back. There we go. There's always, and once again, my Wi-Fi is off. Otherwise, this currency would be in rupees. But you can actually buy whatever you want from this. What is this called? Crown, right over here. Your achievements that you keep track of. So you can see, I've been playing for a year, so I'm not that bad. Otherwise, it would be very embarrassing if I had not completed any of these things. So, like um, uh, uh, beat your friends' high scores. If you've done that, it'll tick mark these. These are just things that, जैसे कहते हैं, छोटी छोटी खुशियाँ. It just makes you feel really happy. And then, of course, you have this a calendar of events here. So every now and then, CrunchTime will offer you a tournament, which you can play. There's a social challenge, which incorporates people from your friends' network. And this is always really fun, but very, very difficult. And it's almost like a teacher's curve that you get. So, for example, if there are only 10 people competing, then it's the best of 10 and how you compete and compare with everyone else. And then you have a daily quest, which you compete in. So if I play the daily quest, which has nothing to do with the number of my how many turns I have, but this gives me extra treats. This is a great way and a really easy way to earn extra bonuses. So there we go. We're going to feed these cats, hungry cats always. And once again, I am in the daily quest. So once every 24 hours, you can play this, unless you spend money. And I think it's about $1 or something, and you can actually buy the chance to play daily quests more frequently. There we go. Almost done. Aha. Where are we? And you see, if I take this treat, and if I go all the way till that one, I can actually get horizontal and vertical. So that's a great way to manage this particular beast and challenging level. There we go. And again, so you see the vertical and the horizontal. I can play those. It always helps. And again, the sound effects are so cute, even though I play it on mute, because Sometimes Toffee at home doesn't like the other cats meowing. Let's see. Okay. So I still have 4 moves left, and this little kitty is all done. So now that I've completed the daily quest challenge, which is my quota for once every 24 hours, it will allow me to get a reward. I get 1 more coin. So for every 70 coins that I have, I can actually get an extra life worth playing. And say I need 25 coins, so I can actually spend 25 coins and play another daily quest. So I was incorrect earlier. So how many hours a day can you spend playing your favorite game? Tell us, do share that, because it's important to know what is keeping you so busy. At times a friend will message me and say, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I'll say, I'm extremely, doing very intense concentration, work that requires a great deal of concentration, when actually I am just playing this cat game. Here's another level which is really interesting. Again, I don't want to have these treats. So I have these vacuum glasses in which they have 70 treats worth 17 tries. So I need to get rid of these. And as I go, you can see the number of treats decreasing. So this fox loves these candy, which I need to get for him. So again, 17. Let's go down. And obviously I'm not very good at this because I played so begrudgingly. There we go. Aha, almost. So I need 8 more for this fella. What is your favorite puzzle game? Do share in the comments and let us know what game you like to play. I actually started playing Candy Crush at the recommendation of a friend many, many years ago, but at times I find a lot of irritation in my hands, and especially my joints and ligaments. So I stopped playing that. This, for some reason, doesn't irritate me as much. A lot of people write into us often asking for recommendations on apps that their parents can play. And obviously parents or grandparents of an age where their motor skills require some some exercise. And I think this is actually a great way for them to use, give their fingers some exercise also. But you have to understand that these games also are repetitive. So you have to time yourself so that you don't play so much that, for example, because your thumb and your index finger will be used quite a bit, it's very important to time yourself so you don't get, for example, repetitive stress injuries, things like carpal tunnel, which are very frequent and very common, especially if you have weak bones. So always keep that in mind, especially when playing with older older people playing these games. So I've got 4 moves, and I need to get rid of all of this, and I don't think I'm going to make it. This is actually quite embarrassing, but let me try. Let me try. In fact, Simon's Cats has a great YouTube and an Instagram channel, which you must also visit, especially if you're a cat lover. They're extremely cute animations, and they've done a great job in how they put the content out. So those are 2 channels you must subscribe to. Ooh, so I'm out of moves. I still had 2 more, which I had to go. And this little guy is so sad. So sad, it is not even funny. He just wants to be fed. So there we go. This is the review of Simon's cat CrunchTime. In fact, CrunchTime also has another recent app which they launched, a game which they launched a couple of months ago, which you must also see. I'm like I said, I'm the kind of person that likes just one game at one time, and because I'm very fond of cats, also I really enjoy the game. The sound effects are superb. I find them to be very cute. The Facebook, sorry, playing through the game center also helps to maintain my scores and everything else. I do have to admit that I have actually spent a lot of money trying to get through some levels, but with the help of good friends who will constantly send me lives and and extra treats, that always helps. Like I said, I love the graphics, I love the sound effects, I love how simple the games are. Of course, all we have, the purpose of every level is just to feed the cats and to make somebody happy. And I think that's a great reward in itself. Do let us know what you thought of this review. Be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channels. That is the New Spaces on YouTube and Toffee TV on YouTube also, and also on our Instagram feeds, which is TNS Digital and Toffee TV PK. And we'll be sure and run out more reviews. Again, share with us how many hours a day you can spend playing any game, any favorite game, and two, what is your favorite puzzle game that you like? Stay tuned to us. Stay tuned to our channels for more reviews, and of course, you can also read about these reviews on toffeetv.com and thenewspaces.com. This is Rabia Gharib with the New Spaces and Toffee TV teams signing out, and I will see you again tomorrow.